Alright, welcome in everyone. How's everyone doing? Alright, we're playing some Katsu today, and not just any Katsu. We're going to be playing Taylor Crawford's Katsu from Last Calling, or PT Calling? I don't actually know if he was in, hold on. Was he in the PT? He might have been in the PT. But I trust Taylor with his Katsu list, so I wanted to try to play it today. Pretty cool list. I think it's like pretty stock standard for the most part. Like 15 blues looks normal. The only thing that's like a little sus to me is like double tie green, but I do trust Taylor on this one. Like maybe cutting down to like two makes a fair bit of sense. I do like this card a lot though. The card's really good. But yeah, I think Taylor did pretty well with this list, at least in like the CC portion. So I don't know if he actually like day two or anything, but still seems like a really solid list. So I wanted to kind of give it a spin today. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll go ahead and post this actually. Taylor allowed me to, or Taylor made it public, so everyone can go play it if you want to. But pretty cool list. So I'll go post that in chat. But yeah, we're gonna be doing some Katsu today. I kind of had like the itch to play Katsu recently, so should be fun. And we also get to play with Swift Pickup again, which is I think a really neat card. I think I learned last time we did a video that this card actually you can just like it has a innate go again. You don't have to like put a shuriken to give it go again, which is I think like a point of confusion that I had last time. This Barland list looks weird. I know it's very cool. Also we got to ban that person in chat. That's unfortunate. But yeah, this is gonna be fun. But yeah, I've been missing playing Katsu. He's a lot of fun. I think he's also semi close to LL. I have to actually look at that. Hold on. What's the living legend for Katsu? He's like up there, right? It's like a boomer hero. Let's see. Alright, playing against the Gravy, so go ahead and load up that sideboard. Oh, we're doing like... We're writing 65 cards in the Gravy. Very exciting. What is Katsu at right now? Katsu's at 783, so about like 200 points away. I don't think he's going anywhere this like ProQuest season or whatever, but should be like semi close. Damn no Flood of Force. Yeah, I think this is Taylor's brew, so I don't know if he's huge on like the Flood of Force thing. But should be a good time. Okay, looks like they're on 61 cards. Give me 1 second. Just hitting us with the naked conch, huh? I think I want to like try to hold on to this harmony. I do love resolving ancestral harmony, so I think this is semi-reasonable. It is one conch out of the way, which is nice. They didn't say Nyaa. Gotta ban them. Unfortunate. Okay, this is a pretty good start. We can start with Become the Bottle. Actually, might be worth it to just like pitch the Ancestral Harmony here. Mainly so that we can like try to get our first Shuriken online, which seems pretty worthwhile. I think I kind of like that. Plus, like, our hand doesn't really have that much combo in it. Like, we only have the, Oh, the Swift Pickup doesn't even have combo, right? Oh, so we have, like, no combo in our hand for the Harmony. In a deck of tutoring and renaming cards, Harmony is just a nice little slot machine you need. It's true. I'm a big fan of Harmony. How many Harmony whiffs in this list? Yeah. Let's actually take a look at the combo count real quick. Stats. I think you can see it here. So we are at 34, so roughly half the deck. Still don't think that's really necessarily worth it, though. I guess we can just like go ahead and play this with pickup. I don't know if I actually want to like use this Become the Bottle yet. We'll see. I'll let Rose enforce it in chat. Hold on. How do I time people out? Can I do that? Okay. I'm gonna put some users in timeout. You have to start or end your sentence with Nyaa, or it has to contain it. You have to phrase it in the form of a Nyaa. All right, you're getting timed out for 5 minutes. Enjoy your ban. Who else didn't say Nyaa? I'm gonna go crazy with power here. Okay, so let's pick up Tigrine, sure. Nyan. Alright, who else didn't say it? Oh, I am Kai. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna time you out for 5 minutes too. Put user in timeout. 5 minutes. There you go. You're banned, kid. Well, it's good that I'm learning how to use the YouTube ban features, which is funny. Okay. Breezer boots, no. I need to remember to turn these off, actually. Alright, we'll definitely Katsu, though. Get rid of that tiger. I'm gonna grab. I kind of want to like grab a fluster just to like set up the graveyard. I don't know if I actually want to like Arsenal become the bottle though. I love you, Rose. Okay, let's do fluster. I think I'm kind of tempted to like go off an Arsenal because they played the conch, but I don't know if it's necessarily worth. We might get punished for trying to keep an Arsenal here. We will see. Yeah, but this will be a fun stream. I don't often get to like ban people in chat, so this is very exciting. All right, let's get our first shuriken online. I do really like that Swift Pickup like encourages you to like use the shurikens fairly liberally. Like you don't have to like sit on them for a bit. It's kind of fun. All right, Sawbones in the bin, loot the hole. Definitely annoying. But we can also just kind of like block here. What do we want to block with, I guess is the question. Or do we even want to block? We could actually just like not block. Discard a blue potentially, and then we just get a Bond's turn. I need to set up my VTuber model so I can stream. I look forward to that, Rose. It should be fun. Okay, what do I want to do? I think we're just eating this, which gives them gold, which sucks, but I kind of want to like actively play out the Bonds of Ancestry, otherwise we're blocking 6 and we don't really have like a great turn. It's like a little bit greedy, but I think it's fine. Also, I probably should discard the Whelming there, just so we set up the combo in Graveyard. Because otherwise now we're just like pitching this. Slight error, but that's okay. So we start with the Kadachis, I think. I think we're going to kill Sawbones with just like a 0 for 3 here. They could notably do like a 1 prevention here, which would be kind of efficient. Oh, I actually wonder if I was like not supposed to Kadachi just yet. Maybe I was supposed to save Kadachi for like a bit later, but I guess we still have the Shuriken to like bail us out if they do try to block. So let's go for the Gust Wave first, I guess. Try to get Sawbones out of the way. Alright, no Katsu trigger. And then we can do Bonds. I do want to like make sure to like get this out of the yard sooner rather than later, just so that we're not like sitting on an arsenal for Conqueror purposes. But I think this looks fine. So let's go ahead and just grab like another red fluster. We still have 1 left in case we need it for like our go wide turn. We got a lot of good options here, I think, though. Yeah, but how is everyone doing this fine Wednesday? For those of you who are not banned in chat. I hope that does actually time out after 5 minutes. Like the timeout goes away. It should hopefully do that. But if it doesn't, like tag me on Discord and I'll figure it out. Okay, I guess we can just like name another Bonds. I don't think it matters here particularly. But we do have 2 Shurikens set up. Opponent does have a lot of gold though, which is like mildly concerning. Okay, we get it cheating out of the way. That's good. Then we just do Fluster, Wind Cutter, grab another Shuriken, and then just pass it back. Kind of glad that they didn't just like hold on to the cheating there. Oh, getting a Prismatic is also really good for us, I feel like. Anything that involves them like not sending a ton of damage at us is something I'm probably happy with. Another Loot the Hold's very annoying though. It's rude. I guess it depends what they're able to put it on though. Interesting. Kind of hoping based on them undoing that they don't actually have like a way to use the Loot the Hold like correctly there. We'll kind of see. We will see. Okay, Tipple. I'm a little less afraid of this. Interesting. Okay, I have no idea what they're doing anymore. Avasti, okay. Wait, what are they doing? Oh, they're just like discarding the Loan Shark? Alright, that seems weird. I'm not going to question it. Let's go ahead and just pop the cross trap here and send a Surging Strike, though. We do have 2 empowerments, so we don't have to actually... like, sometimes when you play empowerment, you kind of like gamble that you're drawing like a 0 cost off the top. Because we actually have 2 of them, we don't actually necessarily need to gamble, which is kind of neat. Okay. I'm kind of wondering why our opponent didn't like just try to like crack a bit of their gold or like block more than the last turn. That was kind of weird. Maybe they were expecting something that like we didn't play or whatever. It's possible. Alright. Sunken is a little annoying because they could theoretically grab the bonds, which I'm not a huge fan of. They might just like grab Tempest Bomb Gust Wave or something though. Kind of curious to see what they do actually hit here because I think bonds is like maybe correct. Okay, they're gonna turn the Tempest Palm face down, which I think is also reasonable. But we will see if we can punish them with the empowerment here. They definitely could be playing more efficiently. I believe you, Rose. That being said, they're still kind of like lined up for a pretty good quick dodge here. So it might not actually matter all that much. Oh, okay, we do get to Katsu though. Notably our hand is like pretty damn bad, but we do at least get a whelming here, which is kind of nasty. If we can like connect with this whelming and maybe get some juice off the top, this could be pretty good. I'm actually going to turn on links in case we want it. I don't necessarily know if we do, though. Alright, we'll go ahead and threaten a Shuriken here. Shuriken for +1 draw card is always good. Or at least we can like bait out the quick dodge. Okay, they're going to Gravy in response, sure. Alright, Rigor Mortis in the bin. That's fine. Okay, us getting quick dodge is really good here. They want to just use it. I'm very happy with this trade. We're basically trading like our Shuriken for their equipment, which is pretty nice. Now the only question is like, do we want to just call it there, or do we want to just like play out Surging for like another 5? Could also just like Kadachi for 1 and like pass or something. And like Arsenal the other one. But keeping an Arsenal is also like mildly dangerous against Gravy Bones. So it's like send 1 and keep an Arsenal, or send 5 and don't keep an Arsenal. I feel like I'm gonna lean towards not keeping an Arsenal, although like keeping Surging is like probably the best Arsenal, right? I feel like I just like try to play around Conk as much as possible in this matchup, so like anything that allows me to do that I feel like is very valuable. Don't think there's any reason to pop links. I think we'll go ahead and just chill like this. Okay, oh, is that the third loop? Oh, Jesus. Well, they pitched one earlier, so I guess it doesn't really count, but I think we're still fine here. We block 6, and then we like just take care of the Rigor Mortis for a turn. Seems alright. So block, block. Not sure why I visit the floating dojos in this config, but it's kind of interesting. We will see. All right, the rigor mortis is down. I still almost like just like do not want to arsenal anything here. Like I'd rather just like based on them like not having disruption, I'd rather just like send 3 than have to worry about like losing this. It feels weird, but I've like I try to just like never keep an arsenal in this matchup. It's kind of like Syndra, I feel like. Like there's no real point in trying to arsenal anything because you'll just kill them on 4-card hands more often than not. It's like a little bit too aggressive in terms of like not arsenaling anything, but like you still have like 2 conks in the deck and like potential for CNCs. Like I know some like that's kind of how they like win this matchup is like they get like a good CNC chain ender or something like that, and you just like can't kill them. All right, they got a decent number of allies in the bin here. Sure. All right, have they made a gold this turn? I think they port-sided, right? If I'm not. Yes, they port-sided, discarded Sawbones. Okay, so this is basically free hook. Also, my hand is freaking out. All right, this should be fine, though. So now the question is, like, what do we do with our turn here? Take 6, we go to 28, so they're 18, and then we get kind of full tempo afterwards, which is really nice. We do still have to, like, worry about this chum later on, but chum shouldn't be, like, a huge deal. I think we're doing all right here. Still also want to find an excuse to go and just pop the links at some point. I actually want to look at the, what do we run in this config for links? Let's take a look real quick. So 65, we are running 2 tenacity here, 3 warmongers, 1 dojo. Okay, interesting. So we could get like a tenacity here depending on what they do. I feel like more likely than not, we might not actually end up doing that. Let's see. Let's start by trying to like threaten the Sawbones first. Maybe like rename this like Surging Strike and then get a Bonds. Because this is actually a pretty good Bonds hand. Interesting. Is it a good Bonds hand? So we renamed the Be Like Water. Maybe like pitching is actually bad here. I've never played Ninja, but the more I look into Katsu, the more I think I'm kind of into it. Postpone, I agree with you. However, you are banned for not following the golden law. You are timed out for... I'm going to time you out for a singular minute, because I think it's funny. I will repeat the stream rule for today. Hold on. You must follow the rules or you're banned. I don't make the rules. Oh, sorry, that's the deck list. Where's the other? All right, this is the stream policy. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and result my triggers. Okay, Katsu. Discard here. Let's discard the Become the Bottle, I guess. Grab Bonds, and then Lynx grabs Whelming or something. Seems fine. We could actually get wrecked here. Oh, do we not? Oh, sorry, we do have blue Whelming. Okay, I found it. I feel like there's some way to make this more efficient. Maybe I should have started with Dagger since we have the one floating anyways. Alright, this is going to be a little bit of a warm-up Katsu game. This is on me. Aurora's gotten mad with power, I know. It's the fun part of the stream. I was workshopping how I was going to implement this today, but it's actually incredibly easy to ban people on YouTube. Or time people out. Not a full ban. You get a 1-minute timeout. truly a stream worthy of Nyaa. Is that a like a Lovecraft thing? It might be a Lovecraft thing. I don't know how to say that. Also, I'm not beholden to this rule. Only chat's beholden to this rule. Mainly because I think it would be kind of annoying for people to listen to after a while. Power does make one go mad, it's true. Okay, get a hit off the whelming, that's nice. Ancestral Harmony could be a good arsenal for next turn. Let's go ahead and just bonds here. Set up a nice, clean little double bonds turn. Seems good. It is very fun getting to ban people in chat, though. I will say that. Actually, can I pin this? Nyaa way we have to do this. I don't make the rules. I actually, sorry, that's a lie. I do make the rules, but you're beholden to the rules. It's so funny. That's like workshopping the idea for this stream. I'm gonna pin this message as well. All right, so that everyone knows that I've gone mad with power. It's a Lovecraft. I thought it was. I'm not super up to date on my Lovecraftian lore. I'm sorry, but I kind of figured it was something along those lines. All right, let's go ahead and just grab. Let's see, just grab Blast Fluster here. Seems okay. You can also like even pitch this harmony if we really want to. Don't necessarily have to arsenal it. But I feel like we're like so far ahead that it doesn't actually matter at this point if they send a conch and eat this. Like maybe we just gamble for it anyways. I think it's reasonable. I miss playing this deck though. This deck's a lot of fun. So we have four. I think we do just like maybe threaten lethal here. Yeah, arsenaling's overrated. I think that's what I've decided. I feel like the one way they can win is like setting up some crazy arsenal disruption or something. I don't know. Because like if we do this, they're just like forced to give us like a card here, which they might not otherwise want to do. Arsenaling is overrated. They notably cannot just give dead threats here. They will die to the shuriken. YouTube streaming is pretty easy. All you gotta do is just kind of like set up like OBS has like a plugin that you can use to just like connect it. So it's like a YouTube live control panel or whatever. It's pretty easy to like actually set up. It's not too bad. I'm kind of actually surprised they didn't Sunken Treasure early in the combo chain. Maybe they wanted to like keep an extra blue there. They could have actually turned over my other bonds and then like kind of ruined that turn. Kind of surprised they didn't. We got Chum on the battlefield. Okay, sure. I don't know why like the YouTube preview in YouTube Studio is like acting up for me right now. It normally doesn't do that. I think the average fat player has no idea what Katsu does. That's why he didn't bonk your second bonds. That's true. Okay, let's go ahead and start with a Kadachi here. I want to like force them to use Chum. Ideally. Okay, they are gonna Chum, sure. Then how do we deal with the Chum? So we do have 6 power in our hand, kind of, if you count the Shuriken. So we could just like Descendant, go to town. I think that's reasonable. All right, we T-Green, Empowerment, do all the things. If they have a Fearless here, that could be like mildly annoying. And then we also pop the Shuriken as well. All right, get that boy, get the Descendant to 6. It's pretty good. All right, then we Katsu, and then discard Crouching Tiger. What do we want to get here? Could just get like a Retrace. Retrace seems fine. Then we just do like Retrace into Kadachi Arsenal. I will name a good clean fight for BM. Yeah, we should still be fine here. We might unfortunately have to Arsenal the Surging, which I'm not like. We've tried to like not keep an Arsenal the entire game until this point, so I'm not necessarily wanting to keep an Arsenal now, but we're kind of nearing the point where it doesn't necessarily matter. Should be okay. Okay, blood in the water out of the way is good for us, sure. I can kind of just like Kadachi lock them from here, I imagine. Or at least get like relatively close to it. Going to 1 as Gravy feels always pretty scary. Okay, let's go to Arsenal Pass. I guess we do also have like the 2 block from our equipment still to try to like, we like maybe block 6 on a conk plus an extra 2. So I don't even think I'm that scared of conk anymore, necessarily. Kadachis are kind of broken.
Would you like a guy?
I'll take a cat.
He was on the water heater.
Oh, he was on the water heater. Okay. Well, he shouldn't be on the water heater.
No, he shouldn't be on the water heater.
I knew they had a conk, by the way. Kind of called it. Which is fine. At this point, I don't think it really matters much. So the question is whether or not it's better or worse to eat the conk versus to block it. I think there's no real reason to like not block the conk. Seems fine. Might as well get our value in. But yeah, we got a cat of our own, a little Catboy. Okay, so we have Surging. I don't even think we're gonna play the Surging here. We're just gonna send Kadachis and then send 3. Ban Kadachi. It's true. I think like Google is also auto-translating. I thought you meant Roar the Tiger Katsu. Unfortunately, no. I think it's just very hard. Like the Katsu, Tiger cards just like do not work super well in Katsu, unfortunately. It's a shame. I think that there was like the start of a really cool archetype in Dynasty for that, but they just like never kind of came together, unfortunately. But yeah, that was a pretty good Gravy game. Again, not too much to note there. I think just like not keeping an Arsenal is very, very strong. Looks like they weren't on CNC though, just like Conquerors. Which I think makes sense. Oh, they even had another one lined up next turn. That's kind of crazy. So yeah, I guess lesson is never Arsenal against Gravy unless you like absolutely have to. I think in general it's just super high value to like make their conks be like 8 damage and nothing else basically. It's been a fun stream so far. I'm having a good time. Okay, Cilio, sure. So we probably want to go first. Let's use the Ocilio board. Alright, Breaking Scale's no Shuriken, interesting. I think this means we probably just want to bring in like 2 Swift Pickups or something like that and just run like a lean 60. It seems worth it. Maybe just don't even bother like setting up the Shurikens is the thought process here. So again, this is Taylor Crawford's list. I'm just using his boards for most everything, and then I'm inferring the gaps basically. Yeah, Katsu's always a ton of fun. Okay, so we have Warmongers again, not super impactful against Spell Ocilio. I guess we can start by just like getting some combo cards in the bin and maybe arsenaling this Harmony as kind of like a power card. Wait for a good opportunity, maybe play it. Yeah, I think I just like sending some Kadachis here. Oh, Flow State Embodiment, interesting. So it looks like they are a little bit on the more fatiguey side, it kind of looks like. 66 cards. Interesting. don't think it really matters because Katsu I feel like tends to do pretty well into these like non-interactive fatigue decks. It's more like the interactive fatigue that he kind of struggles into, like Jarl or like Huntsman, right? But yeah, let's go ahead and just get some fodder in the yard for now. Okay, turn to Mindfire out of the way is good. I mean, we could even just discard this Harmony, but I kind of want to keep it. Let me make sure to actually turn off the... Oh, did they change these gems? Interesting. This is the first time I'm actually noticing this. That's kind of cool. Okay, but we got like 3 damage in. I think that's worth it. We got a graveyard set up and then smacked our opponent for a little bit. I think I'm okay with that. But yeah, Harmony is a pretty good arsenal for next turn if we can kind of line that up with... If we line up with like a good go wide turn, I think that's probably going to be how we're going to try to win. I feel like last game wasn't even really like a super explosive Katsu game because I feel like Gravy's like a little bit weird in that you kind of just want to like keep applying pressure until they eventually fold. Versus a lot of decks you kind of want to like just try to set up like a huge turn. Alright, let's give it a shot here. So Lynx, Katsu, maybe have something to do on it, like a Sigil Solace or whatever. That's my guess. Okay, Echo Flash, sure. So I guess we get 3 damage in, they get 3 damage in, that's fine. Okay, another Harmony, interesting. This is one of those hands that could go like south very fast, but I think I'm going to go ahead and block with the Breaking Scales and the Boots here just because I don't actually know like how many attack actions they're necessarily on. Given that they're more a spell Acilio, I probably want to just try to hedge early and block a little bit. So let me catch up on chat. Problem with Gravy, if you take too long to set up a combo, he can just kill you. Yeah, that's true. I feel like you're not even trying to necessarily like set up a combo into Gravy though. I could be wrong on that. Let's go ahead and start with the Harmony though. YOLO. Ooh, that's a that is a nasty hit. Okay. Well, we're gaming now. They do have a Stonewall Gauntlet, so should I be a little bit careful here and not play out the second Harmony, or should I just YOLO the second Harmony too? Have I Nyatised its new Acilio? It is the new Acilio, that's true. I guess my question is whether or not I want to play out the second Harmony. Because I feel like the content plays to play out the second Harmony, but my heart tells me to maybe space it out because they have Stonewall, but maybe the Stonewall just like doesn't matter. Let's just play out the second one, fuck it. I feel like we're gaming. We're just gonna hit off the top again. It's gonna be fine. Oh, I missed this card. Okay, we had a Surging off the top. That's a bummer. That's still fine though. Kind of a hilarious turn. I guess to each Ancestral Harmony, it's only getting like +3 face value, but we do have bonds. Or at least the potential for bonds. Alright, they have Static Shelter, sure. So how are they going to cover... Oh, they didn't want to Stonewall either. Or I guess they can't Stonewall on the Surging, right. Okay, so this is good. So... let's go with Katsu first. So yes, Katsu, discard the 100 Winds. Grab up Bonds. And then Bonds is going to get like Tempest Palm or 100 Winds. I think we probably even just want to Lynx here. But maybe we don't have to do that just yet. Let's skip the Lynx for now, because I don't actually know if I want to use it. Then no Breeze Rider. Now we can just follow up with the Descendant for 7. It's pretty good. Okay, so now they want to Stonewall, sure. So this is fine. Could even theoretically, like... hold on, actually. Could even potentially consider Breeze Rider bootsing here. Like, we could Breeze Rider and just, like, close the chain. It's probably actually decent value though, right? So we do destroy the Breeze Rider, and then we probably also destroy Lynx as well, because you don't have to play the Katsu card this combat chain, it's just this turn, right? Chat, what day doesn't have any Fab streams? I think Tuesdays and Thursdays seem to be really good, but I also am not 100% on that. I think that's just like what I've noticed is that Tuesdays and Thursdays tend to not have a ton of Fab streams. Alright, but we can close chain here and then just like Gust Wave, go again, into Retrace Bonds, do the thing. Seems pretty good. Can't do Thursday, unfortunately. Tuesday might be pretty good. Okay, so let's do Gust Wave. Let's do like Tempest Palm, I guess. I don't think it really matters. This is a pretty decent start here, and then we can just get either 100 Winds or another Tempest Palm. I think 100 Winds is probably just better. Leave the Tempest Palms in the deck because they're like pretty good starters. Or not starters, but like mid-turn starters. I'm trying to think. I don't really have like a consistent streaming schedule. I typically just try to do a video, some kind of video content, either like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But I also like sometimes we'll just step on Aggro's toes. I don't think he necessarily minds. I think it's good to have like multiple streams going at the same time. Like it's hard to like. I don't know if you should necessarily think about like scheduling around other creators. It's kind of hard to do, and it's a lot more of a headache than it's worth, you know. You should just kind of try to stream like when you want to stream. I think is like the ideal answer. All right, we put them to 12. That's pretty good. So, your move, Acilio. All right, Sigil of Aether Pass. That's very good for us. Oh, we don't have our Shurikens in the deck, but I guess this is still just like 0 for 3, so it's kind of fine. All right, so the goal is going to be to try to chip him out from here before he can like burn bear me to death. It should hopefully be feasible. I mean, I feel like we did have a pretty good pop-off turn. It could have maybe been a bit better, though. Yeah, Sunday might also be good. I don't know how many Fab people like do it on the weekend. All right, Tenacity. Oh, Tenacity is a good draw. So pump in for 5 here. Discard the Tiger. I'm gonna grab. Can maybe grab. Grab last 100 Winds or the last Tempest Palm. It kind of depends what we want to do. Just grab a Tempest Palm, I think. It's like a little bit more conditional, and I guess leaving the 100 Winds in the deck might have some value. I don't think I'm gonna Breaking Scales because we kind of also like don't need to at this point. Unfortunately, this Tenacity is not incredibly good here, but still probably going to be fine. 0 for 4 is still acceptable. Or 0 for 3. Sorry, I can't count. Sorry, they only blocked 1 card. 0 for 3. Okay, a little bit less than good, but still fine. All right, so we put them to 2. 2 to 33, obviously pretty good. And the question, I guess, is like how much damage are they going to be able to do on their turn, and will that be enough to get there? My answer is probably no, but we'll see. Anything could happen in this Acilio game. If they somehow manage to string together 30 points of like arcane damage, this is probably like one of the best decks in the game. But we'll see. Okay, Aether Flare is a good start. Yeah, we might be taking a lot of damage here. Okay, that was 11 damage. Or 12 damage total. Okay, that's not that bad. Alright, we should be safe here. Now we just gotta Kadachi lock them, and then we should be good. Dual Descendant may just Arsenal this one. Worst case scenario. But them having to play around Breaking Scales is probably going to be very annoying for them. Unless they have a shelter here, I guess. Also, I didn't mean to close the chain, but that's okay. Playing around, I don't know, some card that cares about closing the chain or whatever. I don't think that exists, actually. There is that, like, shimmering... There's, like, the Illusionist card, I think, that does care about that. Alright, so this is basically 4, and then this is basically 5, which is pretty good. So we strip their hand, get to keep an arsenal, and then we still put them to 1, so next turn, Super Kadachi Lock. Alright, seemed pretty good. I'm kind of curious like what their deck was, because they did Fat Deck Enemy. So what does that mean? So maybe... This isn't even like a particularly like fatiguey Acilio. This just looks kind of like basic spells stuff. Alright, seems pretty good. Alright, let's see if we can get like a tough matchup here. Maybe Katsu is just like the best deck on earth. I feel like into decks that are not like disrupting you and trying to like fatigue you or do like a bunch of weird things, you tend to have like a pretty good time. Alright, Puffin. What kind of matchup is Puffin? Puffin is a Breaking Scales matchup, so that means probably don't want Shurikens. Could either consider bringing the Flick Flacks or the Swift pickups. I think I'm going to lean towards the Swift pickups, even just as 0 for 3s. I think these are fine. Head Jab is still a pretty good card. And then could consider the Flick Flacks. I think it's pretty close. I don't know if we're going to miss the Flick Flacks necessarily, but we'll see. Alright, this is pretty good blocking hand, and it looks like they are on Boost Puffin. Alright, should be a fast one at least. But we tend to do a bit better at being fast, so this is kind of nice. Alright. Oh, we should at least have an easier time playing Katsu than Marlin, I guess, trying to clear Polycranka. Oh, that is a really bad pass for us. That is such a bad pass. Okay, that's terrifying. Sure. I guess we'll put Dishonor in the yard and maybe just hold the blue, keep the Tenacity, but they're probably not going to even block anything. His hand is like so bad. I guess we'll just play Dishonor. I kind of want to like discard this Retrace just to like fuel the graveyard. It might actually be better to discard the Tenacity though if they're Boost Puffin, because they're probably not super incentivized to block. So yeah, let's Katsu, discard the Tenacity, maybe just like get a random, I don't know, blue Fluster or something and just like put it in the Banish. I think we'll just like Arsenal this and just try to like filter as much as possible to try to get like a Surging Strike or something exactly like that. Alright, this turn's gonna be scary though. 5-card Boost Puffin hand with a gold, so they're more likely than not gonna turn this into a 6-card hand. Very scary. Alright, Cog and Machine also a pretty good start. This matchup should conceptually be good for us, but our start was very slow. Oh, you can pass on finding the combo card? Like, you can just, like, discard and not actually banish anything? Hold on. That's actually a good tip. If you do... Oh, you just pass on the search. Oh, okay. That's smart. That is a good call, Das turn 13. Alright, 0 to 60, sure. This is fine. Alright, soup up, sure. I feel like this could be going a lot worse for us, but they do still have some resources floating, so maybe they can like end on a Palantir or something and ruin my day. It's possible. But I think we're just like no blocking here, almost assuredly. Why don't you like discard the Be Like Water maybe this turn? We'll kind of have to see how the turn shakes up. Maybe not. Maybe we're actually like discarding a Tempest Palm so we can do like Be Like Water. No, but then the cross strap gets weird. Huh. Alright, well, we're still not blocking, right? I guess we could even just like throw the equipment in front of this. Just so that you like get the counters in case they do get blown up by Palantir eventually. I feel like the equipment's not really blocking much anyways. And they're not on CNC, obviously, since they're boost puffin. See what they want to do here, though. Still have one action point, okay. Just pass, though. Okay, interesting. So... this is still a little bit awkward, but I guess what we could do is just, like, pitch one of these Tempest Palm Gust Waves. We, like, pitch... get a Hardened Cross Trap, pitch to Kadachi, play Surging Strike. Go be Like Water into Surging. So the problem with Be Like Water into Surging is the cross strap, right? Because the cross strap will get eaten by the Be Like Water. I guess that's no. So I guess we could just not cross strap this hand. That's also kind of reasonable, but then we're not like getting a bonds, which I feel is kind of counterproductive. Well, closing the chain will turn off the Tempest Palm is the issue. So we could do that, but then the Tempest Palm wouldn't have go again since we only have like 2 chain links. I think that's why I'm sorry. Let me give my opponent a thinking. Thinking. Okay. So the you like pitching the palm. So do Be Like Water, pitch palm, play that. I guess that's fine. But the problem is it doesn't get a bonds in the yard, which I feel like is kind of important. I think I don't know if I like the pitch the Tempest Palm play. I feel like I like the Kadachi play more so that we get a bonds in the yard because we do also have like a dishonor that we can just like throw at the end. I feel like getting the first bonds in the yard, especially in like a more aggressive matchup, it feels pretty important. Yeah, that's the only downside of like closing like pitching the Tempest Palm is that it feels like we're not like progressing the game plan. Let's go ahead and play the Surging Strike out. So then I'm gonna go like Tempest Palm, like hold this as discard fodder. Which maybe this turns into the bonds or something like that. It's like a little bit awkward, like efficiency wise, but I think it like makes more sense like long term if this is like a very aggressive matchup, which they're kind of like presenting, right? Like this is basically the aggro puffin config, right? We'll see. I think like there's definitely merits to the other play in the sense that like if you're in like a more mid-range matchup like that play works out like pretty fine, I think. Just because you don't have to like put your foot on the gas. Okay, they're gonna block 7 on this. That's kind of good for us. Okay, well I'm very happy with that. So now we just follow up with like Tempest Palm, and then we even have this retrace if we want to just like if they try to block this as well. So this works out very, very well for us, I will say. Yeah, you can call the retrace gust wave in the worst case scenario if they full block. Yeah, I think that's the move. And we still have like one floating for like random Kadachi at some point. Like if we actually huh. Do we want to actually just random Kadachi now? No. I guess we have to retrace now. I feel like I maybe should just like double Kadachi at this start. I don't know why exactly I was like holding the one floating, but this still seems like kind of fine. All right, so let's name Gust Wave here. It's one of those like lucky hands where we just kind of blow them out by having like multiple like there's no way for them to really prevent the on hit here. So that's very good for us. We could even... So they block the full hand plus 2 equipment. We get like tenacity. Do we have a tenacity actually in this board? Kind of curious. Puffin. Hold on, where's Puffin? Puffin's down here. We have a tenacity. We have 2 tenacities in the Puffin. So that could be good. Okay, let's Katsu. Skip the breezies. Skip the links. And let's grab our first bonds. So we did, I guess, technically miss a damage here because I don't think there's any real world where we're like able to sneak this Kadachi in, unfortunately. I probably should have just played this first. I think I was like holding up 1 floating in case we wanted to be like cute with Be Like Water, but it's probably not worth it. Oh, wait, did we? Hold on. Let me go back. So on the retrace, what do we name this? Did we name this Descendant Gust Wave? If I didn't, that's a punt. Hold on. What did I name it? Oh, I did name it Descendant Gust Wave. Okay, never punished. Cool. So that now turns on our Dishonor, which is very good. So Dishonor is now fully live. I didn't like punt there. I wasn't thinking about that, but actually retrace being named as a move because that gives us the full line. Almost a punt, but that's okay. I will say turning off Puffin's like pretty good, right? Just deny the card draw. Seems pretty important. And the cog generation also. Yeah, not bad. It's been a while since I've dishonored someone. Always feels good. Alright, crash site salvage, sure. Yeah, I think they're not on D-Rex because they're not they're boost Puffin, right? So they can't really afford to. Like Tekla Foundry Heart makes me think that they're boost. I think I'm not gonna YOLO the Harmony on this hand. It's like close, but I feel like we'd rather just like have the fodder with the other blue. But yeah, this is probably backbreaking for Puffin. Now like Poly also kind of is like a do nothing here. Also another scenario where I should have Kadachi first, but I'm throwing. It's okay. Okay. But we do get Empowerment here, which is really nasty. Oh, Surging Strike. Okay. Can't actually. We can play that after here if we want to like grab a Whelming here. It actually links for like a yellow Descendant. Let's maybe grab that, or even a yellow Whelming is pretty good. Let's actually go with yellow Whelming here first. All right, no breezies. Yes on the Katsu, discard the Fluster, and then we can grab another Bonds. Say no to the Be Like Water, and then we're just going to close the chain here, I think. Close the chain, and then we just get a nice spawns line to kind of wrap us up here. But yeah, pretty good game for us. I feel like this is normally how the Puffin matchup goes, but the opening hand definitely scared me a bit. We'll probably say that. All right, no breezies. Oh, let me just turn this. I need to get in the habit of like turning these off. I'm not a regular Katsu streamer. Actually, are there any like regular Katsu streamers? I know TCG Talk does sometimes, but I don't know if he's been in the game for a bit. All right, blue whelming is whatever. We can still like Arsenal this. It's fine. We can get like last Dishonor if I'm not mistaken. Sure. We can double Dishonor them, although this one's not technically live. This is just 0 for 4. Seems pretty good. Okay. Arsenal the Whelming and just set up for next turn. This hand could use a little bit of help, but we could even just like play the Surging Strike out, pitching 2 reds. I don't know if that's the best line here though. Maybe it's like fine enough. We'll see what they do. Alright, Sky Skimmer, sure. Funnily enough, they don't have any cogs, so they can't actually tap this. which I feel like is probably going to be a pretty big struggle for them. So now the question is the Surging Strike pitching 2 reds better than just doing like 0 for 3, 0 for 3, 0 for 4? Couldn't we have just named... Oh, Nate didn't want to catch a ban. That's funny. But yeah, I think we could have done that also. Maybe that was better, Nate. I'm not sure. So we get to go 5 into 2 into 4 here, with the potential to get bond versus 3 into 3 into 4. I think it's actually just better to pitch 2 reds here, if I'm not mistaken. This like is the most threatening thing we can do, and then also like potentially set like this for this the breakpoints are a lot more awkward. So we go 5 here, 3. So 5, 3 here. They have to give 2 here, so they go to 3 cards. This becomes Arsenal. I don't know if that is better. Maybe it's not. It's still kind of annoying. Oh yeah, Rose. I give it. I'll time Dastern out for a minute. Or can I time you out for 30 seconds? I'm gonna like get progressively less on the timeout. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to delete your message. That's my bad. Put user in timeout. You get a 10-second timeout. You're timed out for 10 seconds. How does it feel? I actually don't know if I like this better. Maybe like just sending the 10 versus 7 was better. But I feel like if they don't block, then maybe that gets better. Maybe that's too greedy though. I don't know. This is probably still fine. Don't really see them coming back from this, but that might have been more interesting in like a closer game. Good evening, chat. How are we doing? Poor Polly. Unable to crank. Very sad. Okay, so this hand I think almost assuredly kills. Although I guess we like start with the 0 for 3s first. Kind of see, but this tenacity should get pretty big. I'm doing pretty alright. Playing some Katsu, so can't complain. I feel like the games have not been like super stressful tonight like they normally are with Marlon, which is kind of fun. Oh yeah, chat, I have a very exciting presentation I'm preparing. Hold on, let me like pull this up. So I've been working on some Marlon theories, and I think it's... Hold on, let me like open this. So I have a presentation that I'm going to call Carlin theory, and that's the idea that Marlin is like a car that can drift. So that is going to be my video for Friday. So if you're interested in that, we can go... I'll try to record that tomorrow so that we can have that for Friday. But yeah, I'm very excited about that presentation. All right, come the bottle, sure. And I guess we will name it Swift Pickup because why not? Pretty good though. Yeah, but I'm very excited about Carlin. I feel like I put a decent amount of shitposting and effort into that presentation. Should still be good here, but I feel like I definitely like punted me the Surging Strike turn. It's okay. Still getting like 5 on the tenacity, which is least threatening either card or armor. I don't think they can do a 2-card 10 while they're dishonored. I feel like if they weren't dishonored, maybe, but the dishonor I feel like is doing a lot of heavy lifting right now. I like the pun. All right, dovetail, sure. So they tap this, go to 6, Spitfire. It still doesn't kill. Or no, they can go to 7 with this if they want, with the unicycle, which is probably what they're going to do. So we will have to give them a card here, which is not ideal, but it's fine. Assuming that they want to full pump this, which they probably should. And then they just follow up with the Spitfire. Oh no, the Spitfire is only coming in for 2 though. So we should be safe. Interesting. Did they mess that up? Okay, I'm not gonna question it. Oh man, Katsu stream. That's true. And Capamelo, you're also banned. You're banned, kid. You're timed out for. I'm gonna time you out for 5 minutes because you should know better. I gotta enforce the bans, or Rosen's gonna get mad at me. But I'll see you back in 5 minutes, Capamelo. I've gone crazy with power. It's a stream requirement. You gotta read the pinned message. I hope the cat boys, girls, and people in chat enjoyed that. I don't make the rules except when I do. It's committing to exactly. It's committing to the bit. It's having a backbone. I have to ban my long-standing viewers and friends for not conforming to the rules of this one-time rule for the stream. But yeah, that was a fun one. Okay, so we still. I kind of want to see if I can get like a Jarl at some point, which shouldn't be like too hard to find on Talishar. But that matchup I feel like is pretty tricky, and I feel like I was talking to Taylor about that matchup, and he says it's still pretty tough, but he did figure out like kind of a sideboard for it, so I wanted to try that out. But I'm very curious to see like how this like 64-ish ends up doing into Jarl. Where did Catboy Katsu come from? So we've been watching a lot of like Chainsmoker Cat, which is like an anime that just came out. So I basically made Katsu made Katsu a Catboy, and then I put it like the background from that show behind it. But okay, we can do another puffin. Sure. Let's see if this puffin's any different, because I feel like maybe they're on more of like a boosty type thing. Let's maybe even try the Flickfox this time. I'm kind of curious to see if the Flickfox end up being better. I kind of doubt it, but we can see. But yeah, that was the inspiration for the stream. I've also been watching Yanni Neko. Yeah, many people are. It's pretty good. I enjoy it. Okay, Ziggy instead. What do we want to do against Ziggy? Do we want first or second? I feel like I'm leaning towards first, but I'm not 100%. But it looks like this is more of a fatigue matchup, which I think makes sense. Okay, let's rock it. It's a little, yeah, it's a very strange show. I agree with that. But it's entertaining, I guess. I don't know. Anime's weird. But yeah, that show is very weird. I definitely like a decent number of people who enjoy it though. All right, opponents left. Hold on, let's see if we can join another lobby. Let's make a new one, I suppose. Ooh, Huntsman. Okay. This should be a good practice matchup because I'm kind of curious how this goes. I feel like we want just like max floating dojo. Is that too much floating dojo though? I kind of want to like add at least one of these, right? Isn't this card just like kind of nuts against Huntsman? Like maybe, maybe not. Let's try two of them. I'm gonna try two of them, and if Taylor can come into the chat and yell at me, otherwise, but kind of just want to see. Okay. So what does this hand want to do? I think we're just like Hidachiing, probably. All right, getting Mask of Perdition out of the way, sure. Fine if I want to just get some armor. So armor down is good. Let's... If you even just play this as like a 0 for 3, I'm kind of like fine with that. It's technically the highest deck value play. even though it's obviously feels bad to like lose one of these. All right, blocking with the blood loss, interesting. But yeah, I want to see if I can try to just like set up a big turn against them or kind of chain together like a pretty nasty series of multiple turns. All right, leave no's definitely annoying, but I think we will at least attempt to give them 4, and if they do have the pump, then that's unfortunate. Make them have it though, I suppose. Probably like the best use case for our armor here, so I don't feel too bad blocking. And if they have no follow-up, this is very good for us. So how do we want to start this out? We do have 2 Surgings, notably. We do also have the blue for pitch here. So the question is whether or not we want to actually pop the cross strap this early. Which I guess there's no downs. So the upside of keeping the cross strap around is that if we come back around to the surging strikes, or like we draw another one at some point where we don't have a blue, then obviously that helps to like unlock the hand. But maybe better to just pitch the blue while we have it, especially while we like kind of have one in arsenal already. Interesting. Visit the dojo isn't so great because you must put either on top or bottom, so he has a 50-50 on the react. Wait, hold on, how does dojo work? Put Searching Strike and a card with combo from your graveyard on top and or bottom on the deck. Well, no, because they have to... Oh, I see what you're saying. So they get the name... Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. But it still feels like kind of fine. At least making them take the 50-50 seems pretty good. Okay. That actually makes a lot of sense. I don't think you're ever being fatigued. You just double bonds into Assault or activate Fluster against Ziggy. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so the dojo actually... being a 50-50 is pretty weird. So put a Surging Strike and a card with combo from your graveyard on the top and or bottom of your deck. Wait, so can't you just put both on the bottom though, and then it is? Or no, but then the card stays the same. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, so it is always a 50-50. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, Capamel has been unbanned. Let's go. Sorry about that, Capamel. You had to learn a lesson. I'm having a lot of fun this stream. I should ban people more regularly. I feel like that's what I'm learning. That's kind of cool though. That's like a 50-50. It's not like a Quiver of Abyssal Depths, which I guess I'm like used to, right? It's not like a shuffle in. It's like a put it on top, which is very different. Well, I guess actually, I guess they would know in paper that you double bottom, right? So there's no like way to conceal it actually even. Okay, very cool. Okay, just getting out of the way is pretty nice. I posted a photo of my unamused cat in the Discord in the meantime. It's very funny. My face when I get banned from stream. I love that. I also love the milk carton cat thing. It's very cool. All right, let me also turn off the equipment for now. No. Okay. All right, 3-card Huntsman hand. Could be scary. We do have the dojo. You just put one of the remaining on top and Surging on the bottom. Wait, so Surging always goes to the bottom? Put a Surging Strike and a card with combo from your graveyard on the top and or bottom of your deck. So the Surging always goes on top? Okay, interesting. I feel like if you're gonna read a message, you need to read the news too. Okay. Interesting. So the surging. Okay, I need to like actually. So you get the choice between. Okay, I don't know. We're gonna resolve this card at some point, and then I'm gonna figure it out. But I have a very hard time conceptualizing it right this second. Okay, I'll take the pain in the backside, sure. So I thought you could put both on the bottom. Is that not true? Maybe not. It's been a minute. I've also like never resolved this card. Okay, this is very good that they're passing though. Okay, so how do we want to start this? I think we're just starting with the cross strap. The question is whether or not we want to Kadachi at any point this turn. We also don't necessarily need to crack cross strap, but there is a risk if they like hit our surgings with a hunter or hunted, then it's really bad for us, and then we never like get an opportunity to use it. So I think I maybe just am inclined to play it while we have it. Like there's a non-zero chance that we don't actually get an opportunity to play it out over the course of the game, and then we're like losing resources. I'm saying you should select a combo card that has no remaining copies in your hand or deck, effectively netting the Huntsman 1 silver if they name it, and you always just put the Surging on the bottom. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, so that's like the correct play pattern, is you always... You can put either on top or bottom. Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I don't know why this is so hard for me. But that all makes sense. Thank you. Thank you, chat. Alright, but we get to follow up with the Descendant Gustwave here, which is nice. Alright, so our goal here is to try to not punt this game. Alright, Fate's fine, sure. Now we do have Surging and a combo card already. So like we could even consider just like arsenaling this. I think that's maybe potentially worth. Chip in with 2 Kodachis, maybe set up like a Wind Cutter play here. I think this seems reasonable. And then we just have the dojo as backup, or in case they send like a CNC or Leave No or something. Once I resolve this card, I will understand how it works. But I think I get it now. Okay, Hunter wins, grab the Wind Cutter, do the thing. At least the nice part is they can't really Hunter hunted this, or I guess they could, because we have to like do the priority first, assuming that we actually want to like get the shuriken out. So I guess there's not actually a way to necessarily play around them having that. But we'll see what they got here. Getting the Flick Flack is also, or the Flick Knives is also, I feel like, pretty decent for us. Okay, Seeker Kunai. Sure. This hand needs help. Actually, wait. We can visit the Floating Dojo, though, with Ancestral Harmony. Oh, is that the play? So if I'm understanding... Okay, hold on. I want to understand this correctly. So we visit the Floating Dojo, get a Surging Strike on the bottom, and then we put a Descendant on the top, I think. Top that. Okay, so we got the choice of either. That makes sense. So now we use Ancestral Harmony to now draw the Descendant. Oh, I hate that. How are you doing, Nyaa 8? Very funny. Let's do. So we want to hold back a card ideally here. So let's maybe start. Okay. Maybe your opponent is tired of us being slow at Katsu, but that's fine. Okay, stock standard Huntsman list. We're probably gonna be there a while. But I feel like that was the start of like maybe greatness. Wait, unironically using Dojo? I think the card is like good once Remembrance left, right? It's kind of like a strictly worse Remembrance, but it's like better now that there is no Remembrance, I think is a way to look at it. All right. We've been on a tear tonight, though. I don't think we've dropped a game. It's very exciting stuff. Remember Bonds of Agony? I do remember Bonds of Agony. If you want to play Bonds of Agony, you can go play in Aggro Blaze's Golden Age tournament this weekend. I'm advertising for it. Lol, how are you going to be impatient playing Huntsman? It's true. I mean, it's possible. I don't know. I feel like that is the I have to be patient deck. Kind of funny, though. I jinxed it. Very funny. No remembrance leads to more options being explored. I think that's a good way to look at it. It's like a Jarl, I guess, is like running like Sotomaro sometimes. I don't know if it is Jarl actually running Sotomaro. I feel like the answer is maybe no, but Dojo allows you to pick half your next hand. I guess that is pretty good. All right, playing against Olympia. Well, this isn't. So this might be using the old Olympia board. Huh. Because I feel like 64 might actually be wrong. So they're going to put us first as well. Okay, let's run it. I'm trusting Taylor here. I'm not playing in the Golden Age tournament. Unfortunately, I got some obligations this weekend. But I hear it's actually pretty fun. But yeah, unfortunately, no time for Golden Age. Very sad. Okay, let's go ahead and start this game. So, not the worst start. We can like Arsenal Bonds and just set up some fodder in the yard. Oh shit, we're playing against a viewer. Wait, which viewer is this? Hold on. Let me get out of streamer mode. Who is the viewer? Oh, we're playing against Spencer. Okay, hello Spencer. Spencer's gonna be stream sniping me. Any thoughts about Gage? I think the format's cool. I have no complaints about Gage. I think they still have some stuff to work on, probably, like Bonds of Agony. Bonds of Agony being in the format's still a little goofy, but I don't know. Maybe they know better than I do. I guess I'll name this thing a Golden Company, sure. Funny. Okay, so we get a little bit of fodder in the yard. That's fine. I'm gonna turn this off. I need to like get in a better habit of turning these off like immediately as I join a game. Okay, we get to Arsenal Bonds, which is good. Not skip that Arsenal. Oh, and the next hand is very, very good. Is this a hand that we want to actually like hold back the second Surging Strike? Probably. We'll see. Olympia is scary now. You know what else is scary? Getting banned in chat for not using Nyaa. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. I'm sorry. We have to stick to the bit. Otherwise, everyone, if one person doesn't stick to the bit, then no one sticks to the bit. It is very fun getting to ban people who just joined the stream, though. I'm having a good time. Okay. Well, this is basically the ideal Katsu hand, so we're just going to play it out. Start with the Surging. Seems good. Unrelated to the stream, but I really like that you shared how to make the thumbnails. Oh, like in the Jarl stream? Yeah. That I was kind of proud of that video. I think that video was kind of cool. But yeah, normally I use like Fire Alpaca, and then I kind of just like riff off of various pop culture things. I have like a formula in the sense that I basically just like try to use a lot of fab art, put some memes on it, and then kind of hoping this connects, but they could also just have React here. Other Bonds is pretty good. Okay, they do unfortunately have the React. That's fine though. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for it. I don't know. Maybe that was wrong. Still get 100 wins here. Maybe it's fine. Your video thumbnails are fun and homemade. I appreciate that, Electrum. Thank you. Gauge is a bit Nyaa. It's actually getting hard for me to interpret what people are saying in chat, which is hilarious. But that's very funny. Okay, so they've currently blocked, or Spencer has currently blocked out most everything here, which is rude. But still fine. We can get to set up. I think we're actually even just setting up another surging to have for next turn instead of the bonds, because I feel like there's a non-zero chance that if we drop forward and we have the bonds, then we like brick horrifically. But if we arsenal the surging, it feels very difficult to brick. Maybe. How strict are you going to be about this rule? For asking that, guess what? You get a 1-minute ban. I'm going to be merciful. Hold on. How do I ban you? Put user in timeout. I can't do it. Okay, you're actually immune to being banned. Never mind. 1 minute. Get out of here. Very strict about this rule. Okay. So now we Kadachi. It is very fun banning people in chat. I'm having a great time. Maybe chat's not, but I am. Alright, 2-card Olympia hand. Could be scary. But this is fine. Also, I'm not beholden to the rule is the best part of this rule. So that's why I'm having probably the most amount of fun here. Okay, Money Order Mouth is a little bit scary, but I think we can safely probably ignore it. We keep drawing Surging Strike, which is like a little awkward. But we will persevere. I'm having a great time. Okay, as long as Rose is also having a great time, that's good. Okay, what do we want to do here? So we could actually double Kadachi and pitch the other Surging Strike, but I kind of want to like arsenal that. It's fun. Okay, good. As long as everyone's having fun in chat. So we need another Chain Link to turn the Gust Wave Go again on. Oh, did you get unjustly banned? Just in a different order? Oh, I'm sorry, Deck Daddy Brian, if you got 1 minute banned. Okay, I actually have to like go back and see what your comment was, because that might have been my fault. I didn't see an immediate Nyaa, so maybe I had to ban you. Maybe that's why. Okay, be very careful. Maybe bold it so you don't get banned. All right, I'm glad to see you're back after 1 minute. I capitalized all the letters. Okay, that's my fault then. That's on me, Deck Daddy Brian. I'm sorry. 100% my fault. Welcome back, though. I hope your time in prison wasn't too long and arduous. Alright, that's also allowed, Capamello. If you space it out like that, I think that's okay. Gold and Katsu is broken? I could see that. Okay, we will Katsu here. Let's discard the Fluster, grab our next bonds. Then we just send in with Tempest Palm, keep the Surging for Arsenal. The only unfortunate part here is we're not setting up Shurikens, which is a little weird. You always want to get gold now? Okay, that's kind of interesting. I'll try to keep that in mind if we ever play against, like, if we play against another Olympia. I'm sad I never got the cat made Katsu altar back when the Tigers came out in Dynasty. That's very funny. Okay, let's grab probably just a Fluster here. We could also like pitch to Kadachi and set up a Shuriken if we wanted to do that, but I don't think that's probably worth. Just grab a Fluster. We still have 1 left in the deck, so if we need it, it's fine. If only I could steal his armor with Hook. That'd be kind of cool. Gravy with the Golden Gauntlets would be kind of sick. Pretty busted. I feel like Olympia's gold is like so much better than gold in a lot of the other heroes. It's kind of funny. Alright, still doing pretty good here. We have a Surging lineup for next turn. 4-card Olympia hand's a little scary, but we will persevere, hopefully. Ooh, rake back. This could be funny. We could get back our hardened cross trap, which is kind of nasty. That might be worth it if Spencer doesn't present enough damage here. It's a very tempting content play, I will say. And we like also have the surging like lined up for it as well. I think we need to play around actually is like Donkey though. Donkey and then instant speed wager. So we could actually block. Could block 12 on this hand if we really wanted to. Spencer would get back the prized Gala, which would be kind of weird. Do it for the stream. Do we want to block 12 for the stream? I feel like that's a way we can get blocked. You smell a trap? I kind of almost feel like Spencer's got a donkey here. And if Spencer has a donkey, we like kind of lose the game even if we don't win the wager. Feels very peculiar. This feels very suspect. So if we block 12, we'd be playing around 1-0 for 3, but not 2-0 for 3s. I think I'm supposed to pass here. He prized Galas and like gets it back, which is like a little annoying, but I don't know if we're ever actually gonna be able to do the full block. Because this would be coming in for 14 now. Okay, so I'm kind of glad we didn't actually do this. Yeah, that's kind of... I was also kind of playing around Muck, I think, as well. Okay, but this is a very good hand. Let's go ahead and YOLO off the Ancestral Harmony. We whiff, which is unfortunate. Maybe regretting my decisions at this point. But the hand still works. Maybe that Ancestral Harmony was greedy. I saw greed, but I also kind of feel like we're maybe a little bit behind this game, so maybe we had to kind of YOLO on it. I don't know. We were never winning that with armor. We could have actually won it with armor if we put 14 in front of it, but then I don't think we wanted to necessarily do that. I don't know. I feel like that Ancestral Harmony might have been incorrect, because now we don't have like a great fodder for discard here unless we like discard the Swelming, which feels kind of weird. Because Swelming is currently only a 0 for 3, which is like pretty mediocre. I'm glad we didn't block at least, but I think the Ancestral Harmony was maybe a little bit of a punt. Maybe it's only a punt because I whipped on it though. I think if we hit, that would actually be kind of gas. Okay, we do get a Katsu now. I think we're gonna go for it here. So Lynx, we get... Oh, we don't have another Whelming, but I guess we do have Descendant. This is maybe fine. Then we can Katsu, get a... we have 2 bonds already, so we can't double bonds this turn, but that's fine. We discard the Whelming, just get our last one. Okay, this is fine. Still get to send some good damage here, at least. But could leave a bit to be desired. Like, I think there's maybe a world where playing the Ancestral Harmony was wrong. I don't know. Like, if Spencer did end up blocking there, I feel like this turn gets a lot worse. I don't know. Like, we get really blown out by a block there, which is kind of unfortunate. Let's go grab... Do we want 100 wins or a Gust Wave, or does it matter? I guess we'll take 100 wins. Oh, wait, we don't have 100 wins. Hold on. Did we already use our 100 wins? Or wait, was it just like... Wait, hold on. 1, 2... Wait, where's our other 100 wins? Is it just face down for some reason? Okay, that was weird. I don't know why it's face down in Talishar. That was kind of funny. Okay, we do have Windcutter. I guess the Windcutter wasn't even actually that good in this matchup. This might actually be like what is the other one? The combo one, the breaking scales, that one. Maybe that one's a little bit better. Still put him to 1 here, though. But it's still a little suspect here. I don't know. Alright, guess we're putting him to 4. So the question I guess I have is, are we going to be taking 16 damage somehow? I guess it's like theoretically possible. Spencer draws like the nut hand here. And this hand also leaves a bit to be desired here. Bit of a stinker. But we can maybe at least block a little bit this turn. Yeah, I feel like you probably actually don't even want Dojo in this matchup. You probably just assume that this is an aggro matchup now. Now that Olympia has all like the new tools and stuff. Alright, the Golden Grail coming in for 10, it looks like. Okay, unfortunately no great way to block this. Could actually just use the floating dojo to actually like set up the top of our deck, but I'm kind of like more concerned about dying at this point. So let's grab the Breeze Riders, just chuck those in front. Almost certainly gonna throw the Prize Gal on top of this too. I guess we can keep Windcutter around for a turn. I'm trying to think if there's any real reason to block here. Maybe blocking lets us keep a better hand next turn, so maybe we should just give the Tenacity anyways. I don't know. Feels like a weird spot to be in. So cut over 6, putting us to 10. Oh, no Gala though is kind of interesting. I wonder if I should have taken more lines to try to set up shurikens this game, but it kind of felt like we never really got a great opportunity to do so. Things to think about, I guess. So let's start by pitching the shuriken here, just kind of come in for a little bit of chip damage. So the nice part is if Spencer doesn't block these two, then we get to like turn on the Windcutter, which is going to make the Gust Wave a little bit more annoying. Ooh, double no blocks is very good for us now, because now this is basically like a 0 for 5. Okay. Maybe not out of it yet. And then I guess the question is, do we want to actually dojo on top again? We can get back up bonds, but don't know if it's that compelling necessarily. So I think Spencer needs to block 5 with this so that we don't Windcutter and then breaking scales it. Because otherwise we do get to like follow up with more here. Okay, so he did correctly block 5. Grab our shuriken. Pass. Still definitely a scary spot to be in. Is there any point to doing this? Like, I almost feel like we're making our hand worse by doing this, but I don't really know. I guess we're playing it because I didn't actually, or I accidentally clicked the button. I guess we'll get a red surging. I think we're just like double bottoming though. I think we're just doing bottom bottom. The shuriken on top is definitely a little awkward. So I think the idea was like surging is not a very good blocking card. So like if we do need to block next turn, which is like more than likely, then maybe it's not super compelling, but maybe you could have also put surging on top. I don't know. Ooh, bluff catcher, okay. So coming in for 11, we do have to probably give like 2 cards here, so we do like this. Then we just hold the Be Like Water. Actually, we could do this instead, because this is a combo card. We could give 5 here, 6. Would theoretically put us out of range of a +3. But then Spencer's going to have a very big hand next turn. I feel like this is maybe like the best we can do. Or no, we do have another shuriken. We've just pitched a shuriken, right? So we should still have one more to tutor. Interesting. Alright, I think this is the block. We'll see how it goes. But I want to try to make the most use out of Wind Cutter here. Okay, we're putting us to 1. Which is maybe good for us, actually. Almost died to the shove off, but not quite. I think that's actually good for us. Wait, I think we're like in this game now? Like we played successfully around the 0 for 3. Or like the +3 pump, which is basically what shove off is, right? But now we're sending like now we actually get to like keep a card here, which is kind of cool. I almost wonder if playing the shove off was like bad. Maybe. But this made our hand like very, very good. So now this is a 0 for 4, this becomes a 0 for 5, and then we're kind of chilling. Unfortunately, we're never going to get the Wind Cutter value, though, because if Spencer ever lets anything hit, then he dies, obviously. So, react here, and then this becomes 0 for 5. Kind of a nail-biter. I think the sideboard is also, like, maybe wrong, because it's not factoring in the new changes to Olympia, but maybe you still do hedge for fatigue. What's a funny thing to name against Spencer? I'm gonna name Sir Bolton Breaker of Dawn because Spencer plays a lot of Bolton. I think it's funny you can actually name heroes with that. It's kind of cool. I feel like Spencer will be reasonably offended with that. All in is another good BM retrace name. I like that. We'll name Bolton because Spencer plays a lot of Bolton. But now we're getting 2 cards, which is really good. So my confidence level is rising. That being said, Olympia can still do some nasty things even on very low number of cards. Like, what would be the worst case scenario next turn? It's like buff plus sword plus like Into the Muck or something would probably kill us pretty good. Kind of hoping this block ends up being really awkward for him. Okay, 2 blues, sure. Very scary. Ooh, coming in for 11. Yeah, that's pretty good. We can block 11. Which I guess then sets us up with a Courage for next turn. We're not dead until we're dead. But we're very close here. We need Spencer to whip fantastically, which I don't know is necessarily the most reasonable thing. Like, this needs to be, like, send functionally 3, and then we just, like, double block it. And then we can maybe get there. Okay, I think we're actually in it. So how does Spencer wager at instant speed? So I think we can only... so we lose the game if it is a up the ante. Like, I don't think there's any way we can block that, because if it's blue plus up the ante, then that's terrible for us. Spencer could not heads up, so that means there's maybe not a blue in the hand? What does this mean? Our hand doesn't block particular, so we have a couple options. We could try to block 6 or we could try to block 5. I feel like the winningest play is to maybe just give 5 here and play around like a donkey or something. But this is pretty tough. We could also block 7. I'm trying to think what I need to play around. Like, we could play around Iron Song. I think we just gotta make him have it. I think that's the short answer. I think if we play too scared, then we probably don't get there. So I think 5 is the block. If I lose, I think that's acceptable. Yeah, I don't think we're ever beating it up the ante anyways. Because if this is, oh, if it's red up the ante. Huh. Does that, well, actually, isn't that, okay. Huh. I didn't expect to be alive. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, this is okay. So, guess we're starting with a pickup? Hmm. Interesting. I feel like I played around that perfectly, but like not really. Maybe? I don't know. Very interesting game we have on our hands here. We could try to YOLO with the gold as well if we wanted to. It's pretty good. Oh wait, maybe that's not good. Oh, whatever. I guess we could have pitched it. I don't think it really matters. Oh, because we closed the chain, right. Okay. This still is fine. Still win here. Just takes another turn. I guess we didn't really have a way to win necessarily last turn, but that's still fine. Alright, I kind of thought we were dead there, but we somehow managed to clutch defeat from the jaws of victory here. Alright, kill Spencer with the Kadachi. GG's, Spencer. Cool Olympiolus, though. Let's take a look at what he's cooking here. Looks pretty standard. Oh, he's running like the flurry stuff as well. It's pretty cool, like big blinder. And then I like Big Slick a lot. I think that card's pretty cool. Give him a good game though. GG's, Spencer. Alright, let's go ahead and get we've been streaming for a couple hours. Alright, let's go ahead and try to get one more since these games are pretty fast overall. Get one more good one. Then we'll wrap it up for today. Oh no, we're playing against a Marlin. Terrifying. This matchup sucks. But I trust in Taylor to sideboard for us. So we're cutting the shurikens, we're cutting... That makes sense. Cutting it harmonies. Bring in the pickups, I think is the move. Even though the pickups are not particularly good, since we're not running the shurikens, but this seems fine. Seems good. This matchup is very scary, though, I feel like, for Katsu. But I trust in Taylor to give us some good sideboard here. Can the strongest Catboy beat Marlin? Many people are asking this. Oh no, opponent has left the lobby. I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know. I still wanted to play against a Jarl at some point, but maybe we'll have to save that for the next Katsu video, unfortunately. For those of you, actually, for people who are wondering, like, how I pick games for, like, videos or streams or stuff, I kind of just, like, join whatever lobby. I don't typically get a ton of choice just because it takes a lot of time in terms of recording, so I normally just, like, whoever I pair into is, whoever I play. Okay, Teklo, I guess, is a nice, fun one to, I guess, wrap it up on, so might as well go first. I feel like Boost Teklo could be a little scary, so maybe that's what Taylor's kind of doing at the board here. I feel like I've been defaulting to just bringing like 2 Swift pickups, but we'll see how this goes. I feel like Teklo, maybe Boost Teklo is like a little scary for this deck. We'll see. Historically, Teklo has been a very good matchup for this deck, but anything could change. I feel like if we like don't draw hot, it could be bad, but overall, I feel confident. Okay, we have a Warmongers. They are... This is probably Boost Teklo, right? I mean, we could just, like, Warmongers him and pass. But then our cross trap is, like, dead, which feels weird. Let's just get some fodder in the yard and maybe just try to set up a Surging. I don't feel like Warmongers is, like, that compelling. Maybe it is. Maybe it's fine. Card is overrated. I don't want to play it on principle. Oh, wait. Oh, the chat's, like, freaking out. Hold on. Oh, sorry. I, like, was missing out on, Chat for like the stream was not syncing. How come we have to Nyaa, but you don't have cat ears on, Nyaa? It's very funny. It's double standards is funny. Taylor Crawford says, "Hope you are enjoying the deck. We have not lost a game, Taylor. I'll have you know. So we've been actually having a good time. It's been fun. This deck feels really good. Feels very clean. But again, shout out to Taylor for the deck. This is not my deck. This is Taylor's. Feels pretty good though. I do need to remember to turn off my equipment though. Also, I think I'm legally obligated to also ban Taylor Crawford. Okay, we're gonna ban Taylor for 1 minute for not following the stream rules. I'm sorry, Taylor. I had to do it. I don't know what's worse, Teklo or Marlin. I think Marlin's bad for us, but Teklo is bad for them. I don't know. The way my heart sank when I drew that hand that lost me the game. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Spencer. That was a rough hand, I think. Alright, Ghost Protocol Architecture. Let's go ahead and just kind of block with our equipment here. Or I guess we don't have to block with both. We can just block with, like, scales. That seems fine. But yeah, shout out to Taylor who's banned in chat right now. It's very funny. I hope you all are having a good time. Okay, let's go ahead and just start with the Surging here. I guess we do just want to cross-trap though, so we can like arsenal the Surging for next turn. I think that seems reasonable. But yeah, the deck has been performing quite well, I will say. Feels very solid. Let's see what our opponent has in store for us here. I kind of imagine it's like block 3 plus block 1. But we'll see. Alright, activating Teklo, maybe just wanting to get equipment out of hand. Okay, Evo Beta base arm, sure. Okay, then we get to punish with the empowerment here, which is great. Katsu, what do we have in combo? We have Fluster. Okay, so our graveyard's pretty good at this point. I kind of want to hold the Tenacity, so let's go ahead and just discard the 100 Winds here. And then we played a Surging. We can go and grab maybe just a red Descendant here, seems fine. Could also get Whelming. Maybe Whelming's just better. Yeah, let's just get Whelming. Whelming is kind of just better Descendant, let's be real. It's more threatening, at least. I don't think we actually care to necessarily force through the on-hit here. Alright, Wheel Bonds, 100 Winds, end on a Tenacity, say GG. Seems good. Nice relaxing one to end the stream on. Plus, I need to like desensitize myself from all the Nyaas in chat. Reading chat for the past like 2 hours has actually been like kind of difficult for me. I feel like I'm the one who's suffering and not chat. I think that's accurate. Descendant makes it look like you might dishonor them. I think that's true. I could see arguments either way. But this still feels pretty strong. Just get to fully take tempo here. Okay, they do have a Ghost Protocol, which is like a little annoying. But fine. Okay with me. The only awkward part about this next hand is the double T-green reflexes. So I guess we're always... Hold on. How does this hand work? So you have to pitch for Surging Strike, right? Suffer? I know, I am personally suffering. Okay, how do we play this hand? So we can like pitch one of the T greens to Kadachi. Then we can pitch Tenacity to Surging Strike, play the Tempest Palm, T green at some point to get a bonds, and then what? I guess that's the play. It seems fine. I don't love this, but it does turn on the Tempest Palm, which I feel like is valuable. So I think I still like doing it. I feel like Tempest Palm creates a lot of like interesting scenarios where you like want to give it the go again, so you have to like kind of pitch inefficiently, which is kind of cool. Okay, so you're gonna block on this one, and then we can hopefully punish on the next one. If they do full block the Tempest Palm, then we just time block them, and then it's like kind of fine. We can just like throw this as a 0 for 3 at the end, and I'm like also okay with that. Seems fine. I don't even think we're gonna bother arsenaling. We could have actually pumped with the breaking scales if we wanted to, but this is like also fine for us, I feel like. I don't know. Still getting 3 damage either, or like we could have like tried to like really force through the on hit, but I don't think it's that necessary maybe. Alright, start with the Kadachi. We still kind of just have them so far behind on tempo at this point that I don't know if it necessarily matters, but we'll see. Still get to potentially punish them with a Ancestral here as well. So it should end up being pretty difficult for them. So let's go for the Empowerment, and then... Oh, they could actually flash out an Evo instant speed here if they wanted to, like put it on the chest, and then this pumps it up to 1. Fortunately, they do not have that, though, so we get to at least Katsu here. Discard the Harmony grab. Oh, we should probably turn on our Breeze Riders, but that's okay. Hopefully we'll get the opportunity to hit again this Chain Link. But then we can do a double bonds turn. I need to get in the habit of actually like turning on my equipment at various points in Talishar. It's kind of a lot to keep track of. But now the problem... Oh, if we did turn on the equipment, this would be so much better. It doesn't matter. We're gonna kill this Teklo anyways, right? It's fine. I'm punting. This is not me actually. Like I think I do pop Breeze Riders 100% of the time there if I'm playing in paper. But this is the Talishar punt. I feel like Talishar punts are slightly different than real life punts. So he still gets to like Arsenal this. This is fine. We could still destroy the Breeze Rider here actually and just get Retrace. Hold on. Let me undo there so we turn on our... oh, it undoes the button as well. That doesn't seem right. Interesting. Okay. Fortunately, we got the timing right here. We can still like Retrace here. Is the Retrace even good though? It's fine. It's probably fine enough, right? Retrace. Turn on the Gust Wave with the Breeze Rider, and then just kill them. This is like a minor punt, but it's fine. Also, the Gust Wave is like all the way up there. Crazy. We're doing fine. It's a Teklo. How hard could it be? I say that, and then they're gonna like deal 40 damage out of nowhere. And this is gonna be the best deck in the game. I don't know. I have my doubts. Oh, we're still hitting them here, which is really nice. Alright, we retrace, we name Open the Center. Get our combo stuff going. Still pretty good. Then you just get to end on Salt the Wound. Salt the Wound plus. I'm kind of surprised they just didn't give their headpiece to like block. Their headpiece kind of like blocks 2 this turn, which is kind of funny. If they wanted to block like the retrace there. Like them blocking here doesn't make as much sense, right? Alright, this might be bullying. I'm sorry. I didn't want to end it on a bullying game. Oh my god, and we just draw the nuts. Oh, disgusting. Alright, gotta take a shower after this game. This is the secret to playing Katsu, is you just draw the perfect hand every turn. Very funny. Love a good natty surging bonds line. Can't complain. Let me also refresh chat to make sure. Hold on. Chat's been acting weird, so I want to make sure I'm actually catching up. Okay, cool. I feel like the stream chat has been like mildly delayed on my side, so I don't gotta take a shower because you did your opponent so dirty. It's true. I don't think we need a Katsu here. I think we have everything that we could want and more. Seems pretty good. I say this, but we might be getting cocky here. We just get the last one of these, I guess. It's probably fine. Leave a Fluster in the deck just in case we want to retrace them again at some point. But we're doing pretty good. I think I might be a touch overconfident. I mean, I am 32 points ahead. Maybe a tad. Maybe a little bit overconfident. I agree with you. Anything could happen in this game. If I passed 3 turns in a row, could our Teklo opponent come back? I don't actually know that they could. Should we test this theory? What happens if I give them 3 free turns? I'm kind of curious. That might be actually too overcome. That's actually bullying. We shouldn't do that. But I'm pretty sure if they had 3 free turns, I don't think they could kill me at 35. Let's close the game out. Average Teklo game, I think, though. I'm glad that this matchup doesn't seem... Teklo is like the worst deck to give 3 free turns. Is it, though? I don't know if it is. Not Omega bullying, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we won't do that. Okay. Not Katsu. This is fine. That would be Omega bullying, I think. I don't think they could actually kill me in 3 turns. It's never too late to test this theory, but I don't think they could do it. All right, well that was a nice, fun, relaxing one to end the stream on, I suppose. I guess what time is it? We could do like one more. I don't know, one more chat. What do we think? I could do one last one. That felt like kind of a non-game. Maybe a Nyan game. Hold on. Let me type that on chat. Nyan game. There. I'm now contributing in chat. Alright, we'll do one more. Also, you're banned for not saying yeah. Oh, it's too easy. Alright, you get a 1-minute ban. Goodbye. Where did our opponent go? Do we know? I said the thing, it's true. We're already kind of bullying in chat. A little bit. Alright. I think our Teklo opponent is left. We will claim victory. Alright, see if we can get another one. Alright, one last one for the road. One for the road. These have all been like pretty fast games today, though. So let's do a recap, I guess. What do we play against today? We played against, let me refresh this. We are all green. Oh, I didn't even play against, I think someone else played against Kasai. Hold on. So, Huntsman left, so we can exclude that one. And then we played Gravy, Acilio, Puffin, Olympia, Teklo. It's like an armory. Ooh, Tough Nut. Okay. What do we want to do against Tough Nut? Alright. Hello, good luck, have fun. Does Taylor have a Tough Nut guide? Let's see. Matchups, Tough Nut, no preference. Okay, sure. That's fine. Let's go. Let's go second since I'm gonna treat this like an aggro matchup. I don't know if that's correct though. We'll find out. Free dub. Okay. Let's do the tough nut board. I'm not even gonna bother sideboarding here. All right, let's run it. I trust in Taylor's incomplete sideboard. Oh, we got the rip scabs. Very fancy. Is this a free dub? This might be a free dub. This has been a assortment of decks that Katsu can play into today, I suppose. So we can block 5. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter when we block, but block this, I guess. For which hero do I use the pots? That's a good question. I don't know. This is Taylor's deck. This isn't my deck. Oh, Kadachi. I mean, Kadachi's pretty good, but it's not like the end all be all necessarily. Okay, so we do have cross strap available to us. What is our hit percentage on Harmony? We use 3 combo cards, so that puts us at 31 combo cards in a. We have no combo cards in hand, so 31 out of 54. I like those odds. 31 out of 54 is technically above average. This is the ultimate dishonor target. That would be kind of funny too. Do we want to YOLO the Harmony? We could also just try to set up a Wind Cutter. I think that's like also pretty reasonable. What's your opinion on Flood of Force Katsu? My opinion is that you are banned. Goodbye. See you in 1 minute. Think about your actions. Okay. Let's go ahead and... I'm YOLOing the Harmony. It's the end of the stream. We gotta YOLO Harmony, right? Alright, we had a Fluster, which sucks. That's fine, though. I don't even really want to cross-trap this, do I? I don't think I do. This is fine. Alright, what we got here? We got Toughs matchup, Wrecker Romp. Okay, that's good for us. They have a Hulk up on top. I guess we can just like play out the Fluster. I don't think we need to actually like play out the Swift pickup. So I guess we got like 0 for 3 out of our Harmony, which is like acceptable. Interesting. Alright, we'll see how this goes. Alright, 7 coming in, that's fine. So I think we want to pitch to Kadachi's here so we can start getting some Shurikens online. And then we have the Ancestral Empowerment on the Swift pickup. So we can maybe try to look to get a Bonds next turn. Actually, hold on. Sorry. We actually maybe want to block with the Breeze Rider there. Let's block with the Breeze Rider just to turn that on, because there's maybe a compelling Bonds line next turn if we want to do it on the Gust Wave. So let's start with some Kadachis here. Seems like a plan. But yeah, these 3 toughnesses are going to feel pretty bad, I feel like. And then let's play the Arsenal one in case they do have like Disarm or whatever the one is that puts a card from hand or like makes you discard or whatever. Tough Nyaa. All right, wind up the crowd. Oh, that is a 0 block that now blocks 3. That's very funny. It's interesting. No, I guess we don't have to Wind Cutter here, so we might as well not. I think that's fine. All right, we discard the Dojo for sure. We could also use the Dojo like setup, like a pretty nasty hand next turn, but I guess that might actually be worth it. Now that I think about it. Interesting. Let's say yes to the Katsu, discard the pickup, grab bonds, and then I think we're probably gonna breeze. This feels kind of weird. But I do like maybe just using Breeze Riders to get the first bonds online, especially if we're treating this kind of like an aggro matchup. See if I can maybe like bait Flushback here or something, which I don't think is realistic, but we can try. Welcome back, T2 Clutch. I hope you enjoyed your ban. Very funny. Sorry, I've gone mad with power today. It's my my flaw. Alright, bonds. And then we'll get a fluster here, I think. Seems pretty good. The funny part is if they actually flush bag, then we win cutter, and then the dojo doesn't actually work. Kind of hilarious, actually. The flush bag is not actually zero value here, because it will deny technically our next turn. How is Olympia in Silver Age, by the way? Did that deck get a lot better in Silver Age? Like, is it actually, like, viable now? Not that I particularly care, but I'm, like, kind of interested. Did Mastery Pack Warrior do a lot for Silver Age, I guess is maybe a question I have for chat. I know Kasai got that new card. The one that, like, draws you a card and then, like, makes a gold or something. I forget exactly what the templating is there. Or maybe it does make you gold. It's like a 2-cost +4 or whatever. Interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and win cutter this. Now I'm debating whether or not I want to just pop links for salt, which is pretty good value right now, honestly. Maybe this ends up being fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and links. Links, grab our... Oh, we don't... Oh, we do have a salt. Never mind. Oh, that's true. My friend was telling me, actually, that you can play the UPF heroes as well, right? Are those heroes supposed to be really good as well? Kind of interesting. Okay. But we did definitely kind of dump our hand here, so they're going to be... I guess they're almost always going to be swinging rock next turn. Kind of hope they get a yellow on the top, but we'll see. So we'll top the Surging, and then we'll top Descendant, I guess? We could also top the Whelming. Descendant. It's top. I think seems reasonable. So put them to 23. They still get to swing rock this turn, presumably. Almost always. Oh, this hand's kind of nasty, actually. We get to basically always have a live Surging Strike, even if they flush back here. It's really strong. Pretty good. The unfortunate thing is they will get value out of their toughness here, but that's okay. Alright, Battlefield Bastion on top is probably good for us. So I think we'll say that's fine. And then I kind of... Do we want to descend in here, or we do want Whelming? They're both pretty similar, but I guess Whelming is, like, theoretically a better arsenal if it gets banished. Or is that true? Maybe it's not true. Depends, I guess, what we draw. It's the greedier arsenal, I guess. Alright, so they get a lot of toughnesses here. That's fine. Sure. And they do get the Vigor as well. So we can become the bottle and actually name Descendant here. Get bonds. We don't have a Dishonor, though, which is a little unfortunate. But we can still push a bonds here if we want to, which I think is reasonable. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Kind of just need to push damage before they kill us, I think is the move. What do we want to get here? We have 2 more clusters in the deck, so might as well just get another 0 for 4. Actually, it's probably better to get the gust wave than the fluster there. I don't know if it matters too much though. Still get to put them to 12. And then they put us to... They get a little bit of damage on us next turn. I think this still ends up being fine though. They probably are gonna waste a lot of their toughnesses here. So it shouldn't end up being too bad for us here. I want to like hold this shuriken, I think. I kind of just want to make them sweat with the Descendant here. LMFA Aurora, what the hell is this? Nyaa. You are abiding by the stream rules today. Because if you do not abide by the stream rules, you get a 1-minute timeout, which I have been enforcing, by the way. I'm doing my best to enforce the rules so that I have fun. All right, let's go ahead and make them give us something here. I've gone mad with power. It's true. Ending on a shuriken here is probably going to be really annoying for them, though. Shuriken pass, pretty good. That being said, they can still kind of get us here, depending on what their last card in hand is. Oh, okay. Maybe not. Or maybe. Maybe they pass too quickly. If they like discard it here, maybe it works. Okay, Crowd Goes Wild. This one also works as well. They do still have like full armor. I don't think we're out of this yet. Could still be in a bit of trouble here. Depends how good their flesh bag is, I think. Lots of armor to work with. I am a victim. What do you think of Flood of Force Katsu? Ira is the more based ninja. I don't know if that's true. I feel like Ira bores me. Alright, we got Flesh Bag out of the way, but we're still... This might be bad for us. I feel like it didn't get like a big enough turn, even though it was like a pretty good turn. I don't know. This matchup feels tough. They did a really good job of like sandbagging their flashback this game. Ooh, Buckwild also nasty. Yeah, we're in a bit of trouble here. Okay, maybe the tough nut's gonna take us down. I feel like I maybe like could have sequenced this a little bit differently though. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting too tired here. Okay, so we can give them these two. Go to 1. It's not very compelling. The Surging Strike draw is also... Well, actually, hold on. Maybe better is to do something like this. Try to draw something off Empowerment. We're definitely in trouble here, though. I don't know. Maybe we needed to like get them to brick harder or like take more off turns so that they can't clear out their hand. Maybe that was a secret. I feel like I've been like maybe not thinking too hard about this matchup. But we'll do our best here. I don't think we're winning here though. Definitely feels scary. Is Gust Wave a good draw? I don't think so, right? So we can Katsu... Is there anything better than this, I guess is the question. Deck link isn't updated. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me grab the deck link real quick. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the deck link command in chat doesn't normally work. We don't really update that super regularly. But I'll post it there in chat in case anyone wants to play Taylor's List. I guess actually discarding Katsu is probably not even good. I think what we just do is just play this as a 0 for 4, but it's still not exciting. Them holding their flashback for that long was very annoying. Alright, strongest survive on top. Blocking 9 on this is also very funny. We might be in trouble here. I guess if they can't kill us, maybe it's fine. Block 7. Maybe just try to Kadachi them out and hope they brick, like, horrifically or something. Could happen. So you do, like, 1 into 1 into... I don't even know if we want to give them the 3 necessarily. I kind of just want to pass and just make them figure out how to convert, but I feel like Tough Nut does typically convert super well, like with Buckwild, yeah. So we're probably still in trouble here. Can hope for a red on the top, maybe? Sagasini will do it, unfortunate. I don't know if I think I played that wrong. I feel like we definitely could have done something mildly different there. That was a good game, though. I feel like this is a tougher matchup than I maybe initially thought. It feels like your surging strikes are, like, bad. Maybe you have to, like, prioritize your different combo cards a little bit differently. Give them a good game, though. I think they played that very well. I'm kind of curious, like, to see what they are. Oh, so they're on very few reds from the looks of it. I guess they're on just the Buckwilds and the Jaws of Victory, which I think is normal, right? Yeah, that was a tough one. Oh, was that you in chat, Ridley? Yeah, that was a pretty good one. I'm kind of curious, like, if that is that matchup actually good for you? I've not played the Tough Nut matchup in a while. Finally got some vengeance for all those Marlin games. Ridley, if you're in chat, let us know, like, is that matchup actually good or bad for you? Do you feel like? Because I feel like that felt like pretty good from your end because you just like sandbagged the flush bag. But I also could see myself like maybe playing that wrong. I'm not 100% sure. Like it kind of felt like pretty close from initial appearance, but maybe not. I don't know. Okay, that was a good one to end the stream on. So thank you all for stopping by. So I think on Friday I'm gonna have a very special video which I'm gonna title Carlin Theory. I don't know if people can actually see this in stream. Hold on, let me see if okay. Yeah, so I've been working on a Carlin presentation, so I'm very excited about this pun. But I will go over some new Marlin theories that I've been working on. But for now, we were playing Taylor Crawford's list. There's a local that plays a lot of Katsu, and sometimes they have the stuff and I get rolled. Okay, I think that's probably like fair. But it seems like you have like a good game plan in that matchup. I don't know. But yeah, this is Taylor Crawford's Vegas list. So I think pretty cool list. Definitely, I think some like it feels very, very like clean. I will say. No real complaints. It just feels like the deck was very smooth. And only dropped one game to a Tough Nut, which I think is I don't know if it's a bad matchup, but I could see it being like a close matchup depending on the draws. But yeah, anyways, thank you all for stopping by. Hope you all have a good night, and we'll be back on Friday for a little bit more Marlin content, so it should be fun. So anyways, I will see you all next time, and have a good night, as Rose says in chat. I think the flick flacks are important. The matchup versus Tough Nut. Okay, yeah, that's also good information. Okay, thank you. But yeah, maybe flick flacks in the board. Maybe it's like a sideboarding decision or something like that. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Later.